Hey Toolerinos, here's a little different kind of video today. I am in Creston, Ohio, and this is the upstairs of the building where our small church rents the space that we use. And the upstairs is an old inn that has not been used in a very long time. Now this front section used to be two separate rooms, as you can tell from the marks on the floor, where there was one door here, and then the wall going that way, and then another door here before the wall started up again. And in all these rooms, there is a single point on the ceiling that would have provided one electric light. And also in every room there is at least one hole in the floor that I believe was for a gas line, for a gas light. So my assumption is this place was originally built with only gas light. On the corner here there's an interesting feature in the plaster where it's the corner's kind of knocked off. And all the rooms have a transom window above the door because they didn't have air conditioning back then. So the window would be opened with this rod system on the side. This one's disconnected. But you'd push this button and push up on the rod and it would lift the window, or push the button and lower it back down. So this is some sort of friction fit. And there's the pipe for the gas light. And you can see that window gets close to the wall. Moving down the hall, another room. This room has a pillar with one of these circular holes in top. I don't know if that means it's a chimney and if there was heat here or maybe in the downstairs. But every one of these pillars has a hole at the top. Like maybe there was a chimney flue coming up from a little potbelly stove or something inside that was making heat. I don't know. Next room, there's the one light on the ceiling, and the gas pipe is right there. So in every room. Now there's a little weirdness when it comes to the plumbing. There's holes in the floor here, as if there could have been a sink, but then you have to pass through this wall, which seems quite original, to get into the bathroom, because this is the only place with a big drain for a toilet and a mark on the wall as if there was a tank there, and right next to it a mark on the wall for a sink, and still a bracket on the wall for holding the sink, and a spot for a mirror. But since the floor is wholly intact and the stairwell that I used to come up here now was put in by the current owner, there was no stairwell to come up here from downstairs. You had to have come through this back door, which we would consider a fire escape if this was an occupiable space at this point. But there's no evidence of a wall here, so it seems like if you were coming in and out of the inn, you'd have to walk past people on the toilet. And this space is pretty wide, so there could have been maybe a clawfoot tub or something here if they had a bath. So if people were in here using the toilet or the bath, anyone coming and going would walk past them, which seems quite strange. And then this last room at the end of the building is bigger than the rest, and you can see the wall just butts right up against the window. There's not even enough room for a piece of trim. But being that it was the last room by the bathroom and by the entrance, was this where the innkeeper stayed? This wasn't a room that was let out. I don't know. Don't know how the customs of the time were, but it seems quite strange. And then in this case, where the gas pipe comes up for this room, there's a hole through the wall that comes out the other side. So I assume maybe there was a gas light for the hall to produce some amount of light for this hallway. And the way the transom window system works, it takes 2 hands to operate. So let me see if I can, sorry for the weird angle. I'm going to push the button with my camera hand. And it goes down. And I can push it back up. And release the button and it stays. And so that's how they would get ventilation. They'd open the window over there and it would get some airflow. But a big question about how this is all laid out is, why is the hallway so wide? It's 8 feet wide. The rooms are only about 10 or 12. So why weren't the rooms made, wider by at least a couple feet? If there was no stairwell here, why would you, walk in through the bathroom into this super wide hallway? What would be in here that you would use all this space for? It just seems odd that the hallway wasn't narrower. So there it is. A walk through an old inn. I think it was from around turn of the century. I'll have to look it up and see if I can come up with an actual year. But there you go. What's left of an old inn. Thanks for watching.